So, hey guys, Chauzu here. Moving on with more 10th anniversary news, and this is one of the most exciting ones for me. We will be getting our first ever Super Sugo Fest exclusive level limit break buffs. And historically, level limit break has only been given to characters either with a 6+, or they've got a 6+ and they are a psi grade, so both the psi grade and the 6+, like both get it. Like, unless you have, if you don't have a 6+, you don't get level limit break. That's just how it works. And we actually have a few Super Sugo Fest exclusive with 6+, and a few of those did get level limit breaks. 4 level limit breaks in total for 3 legends and then a psi grade. So the units we look at is 6-star Yamato, 6+ Yamato, the quick Final Tap Luffy, and the V1 Oden. So yeah, I think I want to get started with the one I'm the most excited for, and I think it's a fantastic buff they did, and it's for the quick Luffy. Like, it's kind of funny because the other Super Sugo Luffy, the Dex Luffy with Super Tandem, he's getting a 6+. You'd think he will be the star of the old Super Sugo Luffys, but I'd say this takes the cake. This is such a good buff. So I can't compare on screen before and now, but I tried to memorize it beforehand. But yeah, basically Luffy. Now he's -2 CD. This is completely new. He had no CD reduction before, so this helps a lot. Still a quick free spirit fighter booster. He's now a 5.5 times attack captain, 5.25 times before. If you have a non-type slot, so anything not strength, dex, quick, psi, int, you get 5.75 times instead. Before it was 5.5 times. 1.3 times HP, higher chance of landing recover tandem. Recurrent tandem slot matching slot effects. You can consume recovery when hitting perfect. All of that is old, so we won't go into that. The next thing is huge though. Changes crew's slots to recovery at start of battle 2. That is so good. And we'll get into why in a bit, but that changes this unit completely, I'd say. That's such a great buff for his captain. Another great buff is the fact that if you have a chain boost and tap with Luffy with recovery or Wano, Wano is here because Luffy's final tap gives him Wano, so that will also trigger this. And the chain boost is buffed by plus 0.75, which is significant since Luffy's super type gives you a plus 1.5 chain boost. You can buff it to a 2.25 chain boost, which is obviously really, really strong. I also want to note that the super type is also very important for this unit because this will also let you get a full board of recovery. And it might sound a bit like whatever, sure, stage 2, you get a full board of recovery. With the super, you can get a full board recovery on another turn, like, does it matter? Yes, when we get into the special. And yeah, the special does damage like before. They've also added an ignited, ignoring full immunity, which is cool. What is not so cool is that he doesn't give any condition to that, which is a shame, but it's better than not having it, of course. And this can help for like revives with low HP and such. Theoretically, it can help versus resilience, but that's not the best option to go for. He also had some utility added. He reduces burn and slot bind by 7 turns, and like that's better than no utility. Like, it's not the best utility in the world, but we take it for utility. He still boosts quick free spirit and fighter character attack by 3 times. Before it was 1 turn, now it's 2 turns, which is also cool, since there might be a revive or something. And also opens up for like extending buffs and such. And you also get a base attack boost plus 2000 for 2 turns. Before, you had to like consume a lot of recovery to get 2000 base attack boost. Now it's confirmed, guaranteed I should say. So that's also a nice buff. And now is the kicker that I just love. If crew has an attack boost when used the special, instead you get an ore boost for quick free spirit fighter 3 times for 2 turns. This isn't new. The next thing isn't new either. If you consume 12 or more recovery tandem slots before using the special, you reduce Luffy's CD by 12 turns guaranteed. And this is the kicker, because remember, on turn 2, we get a full board of recovery, so that's 6 tandem orbs, recovery orbs consumed. If we want, we can even use the super to get 6 recovery orbs on another stage. And like I don't know about your math, but for me 6 plus 6 equals 12, which means that this Luffy as a captain has basically been given the gift of double special. And double special is pretty good if it means you can get both an attack boost and orb boost that is 3 times. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And of course you also can make use of the Final Tap, which is pretty cool. You get a 1 orb plus 2500 base attack boost. Add that to your previous 2000 base attack boost. We're talking Luffy getting 4500 more stats. So we're up to like almost 8000 with that. So yeah, solid buff. I'm very happy. This will be super fun to try out. And the cool thing is all of this is possible with just 1 Luffy captain. You don't need to use 2 or something, which is definitely not something I'd recommend. Anyway, let's do Oden next, I guess. And yeah, he also got a huge captain buff mainly. I'm not super excited by this unit, but definitely revives him as a captain, I'd say. And yeah, he reduces CD of Strength / Free Spirit by 1 turn. This is also new actually. He gives 5.5 times attack to the crew. Before this was just 4.5 times, so that's a huge buff. 1.5 HP. If you have 1 orb, you get 6 times attack. Before it was 5 times attack. So yeah, he's basically been buffed to meta standards basically. So that's pretty huge. Dex tandem slot changed to Wano. This is a new and obviously not that great that you literally can't get tandem orbs. That's not the best ability. But for like normal content, parking adventure and such, it's definitely usable. And if you tap on Oden with a 1 orb, you increase your base attack boost by plus 750, which is fine. Like, it's synergized with his super type, but it's not as strong as Luffy's extra getting plus 0.75 chain boost. So this isn't as strong, but it's better than not having a bonus. So yeah, as said, combines with the super type, plus 1000 base attack boost, so it becomes plus 1750. But of course, yeah, like Luffy could easily get plus 2000, so this is less than that, so yeah. Special though, they've added a very cool ability to Oden, some utility actually. Reduces all enemies' damage reduction from certain slots effect duration by 6 turns. That might sound like mumbo jumbo, but basically this is the same thing that Atlas got, and this removes when the new effect where enemies reduce damage from certain slots. There's basically 2 effects like this. One is when the enemy apply it to your crew and make certain slots do less damage. This won't remove that. This is only if the enemy has added a resistance, basically. So you can remove that. So he's the second unit in the game after Atlas who can do it. And yeah, that will probably be useful. Another thing they made is that the Oden's change of strength slots into Wano now lasts 3 turns, which is a nice change. Means it lasts 2 turns, so for example, you don't need to try and lock the Wano orbs potentially. You can use them, and then next stage, if you have someone that gives full board of strength, like Akainu support for example, you can get the Wano back and you don't have to play around it, basically. Strength / a free spirit, 3 times orb boost for 2 turns. I think that's unchanged. And you also get some extra damage for the next unit hitting last. It says Final Tap, but you don't. This is not a buff to the Final Tap potential ability. As long as you hit last, you do 25% extra damage. So, yeah, not bad. It's a nice extra bonus. But as said, I feel like Oden's buff won't be as impactful as the others. Okay, let's move on to the Yamatos. They finally got some real differentiation now. And yeah, I was actually surprised how bad these captains have aged in terms of numbers. Like they got a bit smaller buffs to their captain abilities, but still good enough, I'd say. -1 CD. Cypher Spirit Striker now has a guaranteed 5 times attack. Before it was 4.5 times. 1.3 times HP. You can get up to 5.5 times attack by hitting perfect. So that's quite a bit from 6 times, but of course you can get some extra chain with the captain, so it makes up for it a bit. And that's not new either. Reducing bind, not new. But they've added that if you have a 1 orb and tap with Yamato, you increase the multiplicative chain multiplier boost. This is what we call chain multiplier. So that buff that you get from Yamato's super type, which is 1.25 times, becomes a 1.45 times, which is a bit more up to meta standards. I think that's what Kit Log gives with their super swap, for example. So that's really good. Special got 2 incredible buffs. The first one is that Yamato is now a special bind remover. That's so good. So good. They've also changed it so that Yamato can ignore full immunity and apply a 2 times increased damage taken. The next thing is a bit weird. I'm not sure why they did this. Basically, if you have a 1 orb, it's for 2 turns. If you don't, it's for 1 turn. Like, sure. Okay. Easier to hit perfect for 2 turns, 1 turn before. Chain boost plus 2.0 for 2 turns, 1 turn before, and it was a lot weaker, like plus 1.1 or plus 1.3 max, I think. Block orbs and matching orbs to Wano. This is same as before. I'm fine with that not getting buffed. So yeah, very cool. And Yamato also resists special bind. I should say this about Luffy, small detour. Luffy also got a nice buff to his crewmate abilities. He now also says recovery at start of quest, so that's also really good. So you can set up his double special as a sub as well, potentially. So yeah, anyway, really good Yamato buff. Can now ignore full immunity, which was an issue before, and also help with utility with the special bind. Really good buff. Finally, 6-star Yamato, often forgotten. 5 times attack now, was 4.75 times before, up to 5.25 times attack, 5 times before. Still resists bind, still gives a chain multiplier boost and all of that. The new thing is that you can also increase the chain multiplier boost by hitting a 1 orb, so not a big change in captain, which is okay in my book. Like, the super is the same as 6+ Yamato. Special is the bigger change. Reduce all enemies' HP by 20%, same as before. Reduces crew's CD by 1 turn, which is really good. I wish it was 2, since she actually resists 5 turns of special reverse, but okay. Definitely better than nothing. This is new. Special reverse resist. Really good. Increases all enemies' damage taken by 2.25 times for 1 turn, ignoring immunity. So yeah, that's really good. This is higher than the 6+, so this one gives a higher increased damage taken, so that's interesting. Then easier to hit perfects, chain multiply boost, weaker than 6+ Yamato, but still, plus 1.7, definitely up to meta standards for sure. And then changes block and matching orbs to Wano. So yeah, I'd say all of these 4 legends are definitely revived and can legitimately be used. Like, 6+ Yamato has seen use from time to time, but the others not so much. So I'm looking forward to be able to use them again very soon. But yeah, let me know. Are you hyped for getting some Super Sugo Fest level limit break? Do you look forward to maybe getting the 6+ Law and 6+ Roger level limit break sometime? Probably not during this 10th Annie, unless we get some surprise at the end of the month. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.